So this morning, me and one of the local rider, Mandy, went for a spin with a couple of gents from way up north, from Yorkshire area, and they were actually supposed to be on a flight to Cyprus to do a training camp this week, and that kind of all went pear-shaped. And they decided to do a road trip and just load everything into a car, book a couple of hotels, and then do some rides en route. And they chose Wales to kind of make their way down south. And they messaged me because one of them was a big fan, or both of them big fans of Band of Climbers. So we hooked up, we did a ride today. So it was really nice to take them out on the roads. We were so caught up in just getting to know each other and just showing them new roads and making sure they got around the descents and things okay, because some of my shortcuts are pretty dodgy. For those of you that know, obviously, I think a lot of us are going to be indoors cycling for a lot of the time now. We ended up doing 6 hours today, but it had me thinking, I'm probably going to be indoors a lot. So if you ever catch me on Zwift, if you ever catch a live stream, it's worth watching. But oh my word. Oh, by the way, it didn't come like this. It came nicely wrapped, but this is a vest type garment. So I'm gonna absolutely bodge showing you this, but basically it's a vest, sleeveless. It has one pocket on the back, which is brilliant for me because I don't like to wear a lot on the turbo. That's really nice. I also have some bib shorts with this super sick band at the bottom. I really like that. We have a jersey, which is just basically as thin a mesh as you can get. And I just love this two-tone kind of pink and blue. I guess you can call it pink. And then this is more like an outdoors jersey, or a warming up jersey with Wahoo, and then on the back the famous arrows on the pockets. I really enjoy the Zwift, as much kind of stick or flack as it gets. I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy the engagement the live streams bring, and I also really enjoy the collaborations we can create and the meaningful community that it creates as well. I'm just very excited now to win a race on Zwift and do workouts on Zwift. Okay, so today's Tuesday. It's the day after yesterday's long ride. I'm feeling actually pretty tired. Long time since I've actually pedaled for 6 hours straight. But I'm just loading a route right now. As you can see, there's lots of climbs. We're going to be doing lots of different efforts today. I know it's not going to happen. The Klondike, the first round of the Elite Road Series in the UK, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. It was scheduled for April the 19th. But I'm still going to do the training that I plan to do this week at least, or at least for these 3 days this week. And I doubt I'll have a chance to speak out on the road today because it's pretty awful weather. It's windy, it's wet, it's greasy. And so I thought I would tell you... Tissues. I thought I would tell you now what I've been doing today rather than telling you out on the road, so I can just get into it and focus. So basically I plotted a route, and this is what I usually do. I plotted a route that will kind of simulate what I would have in a race, and then I'll do the efforts on the climbs just like you'd have at the race, I guess. So it's going to simulate the first 2 hours of the race. And then we build up to being able to do it for 4 hours, for example. So obviously we've got a lot more time now to prepare for races that are probably going to be pushed, a lot further down the line. So there's all the stress and pressure of everything of preparing, and it's the same with the riders I coach. It's all kind of taken off. Everybody's going to start to kind of almost kind of take a week off and just reset and bring their training down a level so that they can still peak for later on in the year. So this ride is going to be around 90k with 1500 meters of climbing. As you can see, there was lots of climbs. The idea behind this ride, and I've broken the efforts down, so this is what I've written on Training Peaks. Klondike simulation, first 2 hours. So use climbers' efforts, and we're going to do 30 15s, which is basically 30 seconds. Not so much as hard as I can go, but 30 seconds at like 120, 130% of FTP, 15 seconds of recovery on all of the climbs that I'm going to hit today, apart from the first climb and I think the third climb, which is like a long drag. Well, in fact, both of those are long drags, where I'll ride 30 15s for the first section, which is around 5 minutes, which is the steep part of the climb. And then after that, where it drags on for the next kind of 10 minutes, I'm going to do 5 watts per kilo. So 30 15s into 5 watts per kilo, or for me, upper kind of tempo, upper zone 3. And then once I do that lap, because it'll be a little circuit, I'm going to come back towards town, take a right, hit the lanes, and then the final 3 climbs are going to be ridden all at 6 watts per kilo. So they're really close together, and they're around about 4 to 5 minutes in length. So they won't be flat out by any means, but they are going to be taxing, you know, especially near the end. So after 2 hours, they're going to be 3-4 minute hills at 6 watts per kilo, with really short kind of 3 minute recoveries after each of them. Oh. Wow. 2 hours, 1500 meters of climbing, 2000 kilojoules, nearly 32k an hour. Ooh, intensity factor of 0.83, normalized power of 302, average heart rate 136. So do you remember me saying in a video not so long ago about the difference in like what happens when like mentally you change your game? When you mentally change like your preparation and things, difference that like your mentality has on your performance. And wearing this kit today, my first ever Zwift session in this kit, and by the way, for those of you that don't know, we are supported on Zwift racing by Wahoo, and Cycling Hub and LaColle have kindly made this kit. So it's a really good collaboration and I'm chuffed with it. But also, a lot of people have said like, what's the point, like why wear indoor cycling kit, because usually you just wear base layer. But that mental game, I know it's not really for that, but it does have that effect. Like me wearing this kit, I get kitted up in this, I know, right, I'm going on the turbo now, I'm going to do a good session. Good evening, good afternoon, beautiful people. It's everything is so unknown at the minute. I don't think anybody knows what's happening. It's like I can't even remember the last time I checked in with everyone, so I apologise if this clip is like a week old. But I'm getting ready for a trip to Cardiff, which is necessary because Charlie's been like self-isolating now for like 8 days. She's up in Cardiff, she's driving down tomorrow morning to come and fetch me, so I haven't seen her for 8 days apart from FaceTime and things like that. So I'm going to be staying up there for like at least 5 days, but like who knows, like literally nobody knows what's happening. My dad went shopping this morning and he was like, the queues of people at checkouts were ridiculous, like you couldn't find a parking space, and like it was just crazy, like unthinkable. People just buying and buying and buying, and so like
for me, like, I've been out on the bike the last week, and like I get it. Like, some people have been leaving comments on my Strava rides, or just one Strava ride really, that, like, you know, I shouldn't be out, and this, that, and the next thing, and that if I crash and put a strain on the NHS, then I'm being selfish in doing that, and I totally understand that. We haven't had, like, actual, I guess, rules to say that nobody's allowed anywhere, like, you're not allowed to do anything. So, you know, I've seen plenty of runners. I saw loads of cyclists out today, in ones and twos. And, you know, I've been riding either on my own or with one other person or two other people. So it's been fairly isolated, which is normally what happens anyway. I don't usually ride in big groups. So I don't intend to ride with anyone this week, and I don't really intend to ride outdoors either. I've packed up all of my, like, Wahoo stuff, all of my Zwifting stuff, to take up to Cardiff, just in case something happens where, like, maybe I'm stuck there and I can't travel. You know, everything goes on lockdown, just worst case scenario. So I'm able to stay up there for, you know, indefinitely, basically. As long as I have food, I can still train. And it's just Charlie in the house at the minute in Cardiff, so in theory I'll be able to, you know, ride without disturbing anybody in the house. So but that's the plan. So I've packed, like, a mini rucksack, and I've packed my rucksack, and I've packed, like, a mini suitcase, which is like a carry-on suitcase, to, like, get me through. Maybe I basically got, like, shorts, jerseys, like, leg warmers. Like, temperature looks okay now for the next month. Yes, I've looked that far ahead. I've got, like, my Wahoo kit for obviously riding indoors. I've got some Banda Climbers kit, which I need to try out, which is in this bag, so I might have to try it out indoors, but it doesn't matter. And obviously some Saint Piran kit as well. So we've got all that kit in there. We've got some food on this side. Got some peanut butter. Got my toiletries. Got some bars under here. Along with, like I said, leg warmers, long finger gloves. Got some beta fuel. So this is, like, generally what happens when I go on training camp anyway. Like, I generally have everything cycling kit, and I basically, like, 2 pairs of boxers and 2 pairs of socks, and that's it. So just like training camp, but indoors possibly, and in the UK. So I'll see when I see you next. It could be on the turbo, or it could be outside. I have no idea. But I wish you all the best, health and safety wise. And listen, if you want to catch a live stream on Zwift, I highly encourage you to do that. Hit the notification button down next to the subscribe button. It's the little bell icon, and you'll be notified whenever I go live on Zwift next. I absolutely love Zwift races, and I like to chat as well, so best of both worlds. Alright, I'll see you soon.